let us discuss few creative thinking problems. So problem number 1 is you are given only a stopwatch and a ruler. How would you estimate the mass of a coin without using the balance? So now you see in this case, what we can do, we can attach the coin to the light spring and then we can calculate time period of oscillation. Now we know that time period of oscillation t is given by 2 pi under root m by k. So now the problem is how we will calculate k, that is force constant. For this we can estimate its value by stretching it with known force. So now like this, by knowing the value of spring constant as well as time period, we can calculate mass of the coin. And now you see physics behind this creative thinking problem is that inertia of mass resists change in motion and that will cause oscillation. Now the second problem is, can the kinetic energy of a body increases while a force acting on it does negative work? So you have to think and justify. So now it's very interesting problem. That is, the force does negative work on the body. And even then we are considering the particular situation when kinetic energy of body will increase. So we will say yes, this is possible. When a force acting on it does negative work, kinetic energy of body can increase provided that other forces acting on the body do greater positive work so that net work done is positive. So now here we can take real life example, that is object pulled on a rough surface. So in this case, work done by frictional force is negative, but your body is pulled by some external force and that external force is more than the force of friction. So in this case, kinetic energy of the body will increase. Now, problem number 3. Imagine a situation where Newton's first law is false but second law is true. So describe how daily life would change. So we have to imagine the situation. We are going to the imaginary world where what is there? Newton's first law is not applicable, but second law is applicable. So in this case, motion would not be natural. Walking becomes jerky and unnatural. One will need to apply force every millisecond to move. Running may be impossible. So in the nutshell, we can say that if first law failed and second law remained valid, motion would not persist without force. Everyday activities like walking, driving, playing, and even planetary motion would become impossible or extremely unnatural. Inertia is essential for stability and smooth functioning of daily life. Now the next problem is, a bird drops a stone while flying horizontally. Where will the stone land relative to the bird if air resistance is negligible? So in this problem, we can say that stone falls directly below the bird, assuming there is no air resistance. Now the next problem is, how would life change if gravity suddenly becomes half of its present value? So now if gravity is reduced to half, it means naturally weight of every body is reduced to half of its original value, and jump height will increase because you know that jump height is inversely proportional to g. So if acceleration due to gravity is reduced to half, then with the same initial velocity, jump height will be doubled, structure becomes unstable, and atmosphere expands.